Hi everyone. Today we're getting into some big changes in the federal workforce, changes that could have serious implications for employees and the future of government work. If you're a federal employee, you may have seen an email titled Fork in the Road, outlining the latest workplace policies under the Trump administration. This includes 4 key pillars that will supposedly guide federal employment going forward. And then there's something called Deferred Resignation, which lets certain employees opt to resign effective September 30th, 2025. If that sounds like a subtle nudge towards the exit, it lines up with what Elon Musk said in November in a 2024 op-ed for the Wall Street Journal. And that quote is, "Requiring federal employees to come to the office 5 days a week would result in a wave of voluntary terminations that we welcome." So what's really going on here? Are these reforms about efficiency? Or is this an effort to downsize the government's workforce fast? Let's talk about it. The administration's workforce plan is built on 4 main ideas: bringing employees back to the office full-time, stricter performance evaluations, reducing the size of the workforce, and tougher employee conduct standards. At first glance, these sound like standard efforts to improve productivity and accountability. But when you look closer at the impact on hiring, retention, and morale, it's clear these changes could push out the most talented employees, the very people the government needs the most. One of the biggest challenges for federal governments has always been competing with private sector salaries. A Congressional Budget Office study points out that while federal pay is sometimes higher for entry-level roles, it falls far behind in specialized fields like cybersecurity, AI, and data analytics. These are exactly the areas where agencies need top-tier talent, and exactly where they're struggling to keep up. Historically, the government made up for lower salaries with strong benefits, such as solid retirement packages, job stability, and good work-life balance. But with the push for more at-will employment and the return-to-office mandate, those perks are shrinking. So why would a skilled professional stay in the federal sector when private companies offer higher pay, more flexibility, and fewer restrictions? Remote work changed the game during the pandemic. Many private companies embraced flexible work and never looked back. The federal government? Not so much. The new policy forces many employees back to the office 5 days a week, ignoring the fact that surveys by Gallup and PwC show most professionals prefer hybrid or remote work, and companies with flexible policies report higher employee satisfaction and retention. So why is the government going in the opposite direction? If private companies are using telework to attract top talent, this move could make federal jobs less appealing, especially to younger professionals who expect flexibility. Another major piece of the plan is creating a performance culture, which sounds great in theory. Who wouldn't want a higher performing workforce? But many see this as a cover for budget-driven layoffs. There's talk of restructuring, realignments, and reductions in force, which all translate to job cuts. And here's the kicker. It's the top performers that are usually the first to leave when layoffs are on the horizon. According to the Partnership for Public Service, employees with strong resumes don't wait around when they sense instability. Instead, they jump to better opportunities elsewhere. If the government truly wanted a high-performance culture, it would invest in leadership development, improve training and career growth, and offer competitive salaries. Instead, the message seems to be, come to the office, work harder, and accept fewer benefits. Not exactly a great recruitment pitch. The 4th pillar focuses on stricter conduct and disciplinary standards. On paper, this makes sense. Most people agree that accountability matters, especially in the public service. But the way this is rolled out matters too. A Merit Systems Protection Board survey found that while federal employees support accountability, they worry these policies could be used for political reasons. Could this be a tool to remove employees based on ideology rather than performance? Will the rules be enforced fairly, or will they favor political loyalty over competence? If top professionals start feeling like they're being judged on politics rather than performance, many will walk away from federal service altogether. Is this really about building a better government workforce, or is this about shrinking it down as fast as possible? Looking at Trump's campaign rhetoric and statements from figures like Elon Musk, it's hard to ignore the push for a leaner, smaller federal workforce. But if that's the goal, the approach might backfire. If the administration truly wanted a world-class government workforce, they would offer competitive pay, provide flexible work options, and invest in employee growth and training, instead of focusing on budget cuts, rigid in-office mandates, and stricter rules without clear incentives. And the irony? The most skilled, effective employees will be the first to leave. In today's job market, top talent has choices. If federal jobs become less attractive, agencies will struggle to compete with the private sector. This could mean losing experienced employees, struggling to hire new talent, and weakened agencies that can't meet public needs. Instead of building a stronger, more efficient workforce, these policies could do the opposite, driving out the best and leaving behind those who don't have any other options. So what happens next? That depends on how employees respond and whether these policies hold up in the long run. So that's it for today, folks. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe and hit the like button, all that stuff that you do on YouTube, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.